Greetings everyone, once again it's Motamonidi sharing the authentic truth brought to us by Zulula 100. And here, the message that I will share in English is going to be regarding the big contradiction in the book of the false prophet Kacou Philippe. So, Kacou Philippe is a self-proclaimed pastor, prophet who will claim to be the last prophet. And here we're going to denounce, expose the confusion, the contradiction, and the lies in his book. Because it is written in Proverbs 19:2. Also, it is not good for a person to be without knowledge. And in Proverbs 25:2, it is the glory of God to conceal things, but the glory of kings is to search things out. And in Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3, it is written, ask me, and I will tell you things that you don't know. And in John chapter 3, verse 11, it is written, truly, truly, I say to you, we speak that which we know and bear witness to that which we have seen. And in John chapter 8, verse 32, you are told, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So here we're going to expose the insanity, the madness of that personage known as Kacou Philippe, who claimed to be a prophet. So that he has written a book to replace the Bible. That's what he claims. And that book, when you read that book, is full of contradictions, lies. And that proved that that book, it wasn't inspired, doesn't come from the creator. Because there's lies, contradiction, errors, mistakes. The only Bible in the world without any errors or contradiction is Bibèl, Galatambali, the book of the truth. So when we go in this Kacou Philippe book, in chapter 27, verse 15, because he tried to give himself some sort of importance, that's why he's going to put Kacou 27:15 to make it seem like he's some sort of prophet or like the Christ or some sort of apostle or something like that, or a messenger. But no, when we go in Kacou 27 verse 15, he says, it is written, you are told. So for all of you out there who claim to be followers of that Kacou, you can read for yourself and see the mistake, see the contradiction, see the lies, see the deception. He says, if the seed coming from the woman is pure and that coming from the man is pure, that will give a son of God. But impure and impure give a son of the devil. Then pure and impure give impure, thus a son of the devil. And that can be some sort of logical, right? Pure and pure gives pure. Pure and impure will give impure, and impure and impure will give impure. So that's what he says here directly in the verse 15. Now, when we go in the next verse, right after, you will see the contradiction. In verse 16, he says, and notice, so that's Kacou 27, verse 16. And notice that after the hybridisation, a son of the devil and a daughter of the devil can give a child of God. You see the contradiction? Because he says previously that impure and impure gives a son of the devil. Now he says a son of the devil and the daughter of the devil can give a child of God. You see the big lie, the big confusion, the big contradiction. Because even when we go in the current classical day Bible, in Job chapter 14, verse 4, you are told, who can bring a clean man out of the unclean? No one. And in New International Version, you are told, who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. So you see the lie where it says that basically the seed of the devil, the daughter of the devil, and the son of the devil can give a child of God. Complete nonsense. So to all of the followers of that so-called Kacou Philippe, the self-proclaimed prophet, this message may shock you. You may agree, disagree. It doesn't matter. There is only one teacher, Zula 100. Now, another contradiction, when we go still in his book, in chapter 28, verse 22. So Kacou 28, 22, he says, God is in his word. The Holy Spirit is in his word. So here that Kacou claim that God is in. When you say in, so inside, that means he's contained. So he says that God is contained in his own word. But that is complete confusion, because we know that the Creator cannot be contained by anything, cannot be contained by his own word. So God cannot be inside his own word, cannot be contained inside his own word. It makes no sense, because even when you go in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, you are told, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. So here in the current classic of the Bible, you already see the confusion. That so is my word that goes out from my mouth. So here it claims that God has a mouth. So that means he's a creature. He's a creature. He has a mouth. Makes no sense. But we know that the Creator is beyond the notion of a creature. It doesn't have a mouth. That makes no sense. But he says here, so my word that goes out from my mouth, he will not return to me empty, will not return to me. You see? Because if it comes out of him, that means his word is contained in him. You see? And it will not return to me. So his word will not return to him, and not I will not return to my word. You see? But will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose of which I sent it. So it's not God that come out of his word. No. Here you're told also that the false God that humanity has accepted, that mankind, that the Christians have accepted, has a mouth. So if God manifests his word, how can he also be inside his own word, contained inside it? It makes no sense, because before the word come out, he already was. You see? All that because Kacou, that text, that book behind, he was inspired by demons, the occult forces. So this short message was just to expose the confusion, the lie, the dementia, the contradiction, the lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of intelligence of that personage. When you see him, you see how skinny he is. He has to go and eat. When you see Zula 100, you see good health. So that so-called Kacou, he, in his so-called history, he'll claim that he had a vision, that he couldn't explain his vision, and he had to go see others, and he claimed to be the last prophet and the biggest of the Bible. You see, he self-proclaimed, he self-persuaded himself to be sent by God. And he will try to write a nonsense book, try to give revelation, try to explain the scriptures, try to give interpretation of the text of the Bible. But you see his confusion, you see his lack of understanding. So again, just to repeat, in Kacou 27:15, he says that if the seed coming from the woman is pure and that coming from the man is pure, that will give a son of God. But impure give a son of the devil. Then pure and impure gives impure, thus a son of the devil. And then in verse 16 he says, and notice that after the hybridization, a son of the devil and a daughter of the devil can give a child of God, which is complete contradiction to what he has previously said in verse 15. The confusion. The seed stays the seed. So all those out there who will try to speak regarding spirituality, will try to speak regarding God, regarding the divine, they will claim to have a vision. They will claim that God told them. They will claim that they saw Jesus, that they went to hell, they saw people suffering, they had vision, and so on. They are all in complete confusion. All those who claim they saw angel, they had a revelation, and so on, all that are lies, complete nonsense. No one on this earth, whoever is, no one, no person, no man can hear the word of the Creator. No one. None of those self-proclaimed pastors, Christians, and so on, none of them saw an angel, had a divine apparition. All that happened in your head. So that was the message. There is only one teacher, Zulula 100, and he exposes the lies of the false, of the self-proclaimed, of the false self-proclaimed pastors or prophet. Zulula 100 is the messenger of our time, and Bibèl, the book of the truth, is the only authentic Bible without any errors or contradiction. So that was the message to expose that liar, Kacou Philippe. All glory be to Lopa, the only and unique Creator.